but I didn't just want to do something where it would be like I read the rubric, I do exactly what it would say, and then I would just turn it in. I actually wanted to take time to do it and set up. So I made some questions that I'm going to answer. I set up a little studio. I even have a cup with pens in it. And I just wanted to have fun with this project and have it be one of the last ones I did for the year. So yeah, welcome to my show. This is my set, and we're going to talk about AP Law. So I wrote down some questions that I'm going to answer, and we're just going to talk about them. So the first question is, how has my view of reading and writing changed over the school year? And what I have to say to that is, I think that it has changed in a perspective of just how I view it, because I used to view it as more of a chore than something that I like to do. And still, obviously, I may not necessarily like to do it, but I like it more than I did. And I think that that's really important because it allows me to feel a sense of pride in what I do, specifically in the writing standpoint. Because before, I would simply just write when I had to, but now, when I sit down and when I want to write something, or when I have an assignment that requires an essay, I feel prepared and I know how to write a good essay and how to get my points across. And I also just feel like it's a really good way to display emotion and just try different things out as a writer. And I just thought that was really cool and something that I got to build on. But also, as for reading, I kind of looked at it as more of like, I used to hate reading, but the more that I did it, I kind of looked at it like a muscle. So like, the more that I would read, the more that I would find myself getting better at it and more fluent, and I would find myself really immersing myself in the stories that I read. So now when I pick up a book, it's not like, oh, I don't want to read this book, I have to do it because it's homework, but I could see myself possibly even reading in my free time just so I can experience a good story. And yeah, so that's it for question one. But side note, I even got a plant. It's like a suck. I bought it just for this, just to make myself feel more professional. But anyway, question two. Question is, how has your view of the class changed? Well, when I think about the class of AP Lit, I just think about all the different stuff that I learned and how much more of English that I figured out could be, what's the word? How much more English there is. Like, I thought I learned all of it. And like, up through all the years of school, I thought I learned all the stuff I needed to learn. I thought I knew and didn't need any more of it. But I really liked the way that the class was set up, and I liked the stuff that we learned. Like, I liked how it was broken up into sections and how it never really got too boring. And I really appreciated the way that Miss McNulty tried to keep everything interesting. And I appreciated it for that reason, because I got to come to class and I got to not necessarily always having it be fun, but I got to learn something new and engage myself in something different every day. Alright, question number 3. The question is, what is the biggest area that I felt that I grew in and what am I most proud of? I definitely feel I grew the most as a writer, just because I can go in and, like I said earlier, I know how I can write a good essay and I know the points I need to make and the things that I need to do to get there. And I really appreciate the practice that we got in this class, and I liked how much we got to really like craft our skills in writing an essay. Because before, when I would go to write an essay, I would look at it and I would really just try to do my best to tell people what they would want to hear in the essay or do what I'm supposed to say. But now, after the multiple essays or prompts that we've answered and that we've wrote, I realized that writing is really a subjective thing and that there's so much more that you can write about than just what you feel like you have to. And even if the prompt is maybe answered or there's a question that may be answered by other people different ways, I could take my interpretation of it and write an entire essay of it and then have you think, oh wow, I didn't think of it that way. And that's something that I feel like I've just grown the most at. And something that I'm most proud